So another midterm election in the books. As we saw, it took more than 12 hours after the polls closed to get a decisive result in the state's top race. So today we're digging deeper into the problems we saw and talking about if Connecticut can possibly learn from other states how they carry out their elections more quickly. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Jennifer Lee is live in Hartford outside the Secretary of the State's office. And Jen, they believe Election Day was fairly smooth?
Yes, they do, Denise, but that doesn't mean there weren't some hiccups across voting in Connecticut and also an election day emergency when it came to same-day registration. And some people are also wondering why it took so long to learn who their new governor-elect is. Casting a ballot was easy for most voters.
It took 10 minutes. It was great.
But voters in Terryville and Meriden had to wait on long lines to get up to the ballot box. New Haven saw problems with wet ballots and a same-day registration emergency. And once the polls closed, Connecticut waited until morning to verify their governor-elect.
I stayed up kind of late waiting for the governor's race.
We have no regional way to do voting. All we have is 169 towns and very local elections. And this means it's just going to be a lot longer to get all those results in, to get all the ballots counted, and we saw that last night.
Dr. Gilda Aliata of UHeart's Department of Politics and Government gives perspective and says midterm elections in Connecticut could have been much worse.
A few soggy ballots that had to be dried out are relatively minor compared to some of the things we're hearing from other states.
She says Connecticut does have an antiquated voting model, though, and says the state should look into early voting and open absentee voting, such as other states. But when it comes to waiting on race results, she says accuracy wins.
I realize that a lot of people in our digital age want instant results. To wait a few more hours to get an accurate total, particularly given that it's a close race, is not excessive.
The re-elected Secretary of State does have a proposal that she would like to bring back to state legislators. We'll bring you that story coming up in 1 hour. Reporting live in Hartford, Jennifer Lee, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.